dear students, welcome to Gita's classes. Now we are going to see first and higher order Markov process. We have seen already stochastic process introduction in the previous class. So now we are going to see first and higher order Markov process. And in our syllabus we have only first order Markov process. Let us see what is that, then we'll proceed. So first and higher order Markov processor. First order, already we have seen what is a Markov process. No, the same thing. The set of possible outcomes will be finite. These are the assumptions we are going to have. And the next outcome depends only on the immediately preceding outcome. That is the second condition. And the transition probabilities are constant over time. And the second order means, see, in the first order, the present state and future state. If you want to consider, suppose if you want to move from the state xn to xn plus 1, this depends only on the preceding state. This is first order. Suppose if you have xn minus 1, if xn depends on both xn and xn minus 1, it is second order. Similarly for 3, third order, and so on. Okay, this is the order. But we are going to see problems only related to the first order Markov processes only. Okay. So next, n step transition probabilities. Yesterday I have given you an example from Hyderabad. If you want to, what is the probability that a person can move to Bangalore or Chennai? So this is one step from Hyderabad to Bangalore. It is one step probability. This is called one step probability. Okay. Similarly, Hyderabad to Chennai, it is also one step probability. From Hyderabad to Bangalore, then Bangalore to Mumbai. This is two steps. So Hyderabad to Mumbai, if he wants to go, there are two steps. There is no directly, he is not planning to go to Mumbai. He has to go to Bangalore. From Bangalore to, so this is one step, this is one step. So this is two step. Similarly, n step means how many steps it is taking to reach from one state to another state. Okay. So here we can give in the matrix form. So P11 of n, P12 of n. That is, here you have E1, E2, etc. EM states. Similarly, E1, E2, etc. EM states. So P21 of n means the probability that the system which occupies E2 to 1 here. This means from now the state is E2. Will move to E1 after n steps. How many steps it is taking? Okay. So one step, I have given you example. Here it is one step, this is another step, one step. So totally there are two steps. Okay. So here power 2 means two steps it is taking from the moving the state from E2 to E1. How many steps it is taking? That is the meaning. And Markov chain, Pj of 0 is the absolute probability. Such that the system be in the initial state at time t is equal to 0. Pj of 0 means initially where is it? Where Ej can take the values, j can take the value 0, 1, 2, etc. Denote the exhaustive and mutually exclusive outcomes of system at any time. These are the notations. And we define Pij as the probability that the system is moving from state I to state j. Previous state is Tn minus 1. At n minus 1 state 1, it will be at Tn minus 1 time. It is in the state I, and the next state is it is moving to j. At time Tn, it is moving to the state j. And this is one step transition probability. One step means I have given you example. From the example you try to understand. From state I to state j. One step it is moving. What is the probability that it can move in the from Ej to Ei, okay, or Ei to Ej. So this is the matrix. It is also assumed that these probability state from Ei to state Ej are expressed in the matrix form as follows. P00 means from E0 to E0, E0 to E1, etc. These are the probabilities. This matrix P is known as stochastic matrix or homogeneous matrix. Okay. And probabilities Pij, because it is probability, it should satisfy the boundary conditions. What are the boundary conditions? Pij is equal to 1 for all I. Okay. Similarly, Pij should be greater than or equal to 0. For every element should be greater than or equal to 0, because it is probability, it cannot have negative value, right? It has to be greater than or equal to 0, and the summation should be always, the row sum should be 1, then only it is stochastic matrix. Okay, so then the transition matrix P as defined above, just now we have seen, no, that matrix together with the initial probabilities, that is Pj of 0 associated with state Ej, completely define Markov process. So by Markov chain, if you want to define a Markov chain, you should have the matrix, transition probability matrix should be known. That is, if you know the transition matrix, then we can define a Markov chain. Okay, vice versa. So Markov chains are two types. One is ergodic and regular. Ergodic means has the probability that it is possible to pass from one state to another in a finite number of steps regardless of present state. Okay, when I will give you an example in the problem, then you will understand. That is, you should be able to reach from every state to, if you consider one state, you should be able to reach from that state to all the remaining states. Okay, it need not be one step, finite number of steps. Okay, that is ergodic. And a special type of ergodic Markov chain is regular Markov chain. Regular means it is defined as a chain having a transition matrix P such that for some power of n, if you are able to find out one m such that this P per m will have only non-zero positive probability values. Thus, all regular chains must be ergodic chains. Okay, when we will do problems whether it is we'll find out whether it is ergodic or regular and all. So the easiest way to check if an ergodic chain is regular or not is to continue squaring the transition matrix P until all zeros are removed. So you keep on taking the powers, that is P will be given, you should be able to find out P squared, then P cube, P power 4 and so on, and try to bring reduce all the zeros. Sometimes you may not be able to reduce 0, then it is not regular. Okay, you can conclude that it is not regular. Okay, so transition probability may or may not be independent of n. If it is independent of n, then it is said to be homogeneous. Markov chain is said to be homogeneous. If it is dependent on n, then it is said to be non-homogeneous. Okay, and a Markov chain with k state, that is a finite number, then it is said to be finite Markov chain. In that case, we will have a square matrix of order k. Order k means k rows and k columns you will have. Suppose if xn is taking values from minus infinity to plus infinity, that is integers, then the Markov chain is said to be denumerably infinite. That means it is countably infinite. Countably means you should be able to associate, you should be able to find out one-to-one matrix, that is one-to-one function, which is you should be able to find out one-to-one correspondence between this set, this xn values, and one-to-one correspondence to the natural numbers. Okay, integers, or you can say integers. Then it is said to be denumerably infinite or countably infinite. So a stochastic matrix is a random matrix with non-negative elements and unit row sums. This is important. And it is said to be regular if you can find out P per m for some, should be able to find out some m such that P per m will have all non-zero entries. So yes, stochastic matrix P is not regular if this is a hint for you. Okay, not regular. If by seeing this you can decide whether it is regular or not. One occurs in the principal diagonal. A stochastic matrix P is not regular if one occurs in the principal diagonal. Okay, so with this all the definitions are over almost. Now you have to, we will do some interesting problems. Okay, determine if the following transition matrix is ergodic Markov chain. Ergodic means what? Every state should be from every state you should be able to reach to all the remaining states. Now that means here, suppose if you take this as one state 1 2 3 4, this is a 4 by 4 matrix, right? So 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Now whether from, if you consider 1, you should be able to reach 2, you should be able to reach 3, you should be able to reach 4. Similarly, consider 2, You should be able to reach 1, you should be able to reach 2, 3, 4 and so on. Now what do you mean by this probability transition matrix? What is this matrix says? From 1 to 1 you can, the probability of moving from the state 1 to the state 1 is 1 by 3. These are the values, transition probability matrix. Okay, so this 1 by 3 gives that the probability of moving from state 1 to 2 is 1 by 3. Similarly, the probability of moving from state 1 to 3 is 0 and probability of moving from state 1 to 4 is 1 by 3 and so on. Okay, so now let us check. Now you consider 1. Can you move from 1 to 1? Yes, 1 by 3. It is a non-zero value. Yes. Now from 1 to 2, yes, there is a probability. That means you can reach. 1 to 3, it is not possible, right? But you should prove that you are able to reach. How? You check. Now I can move from 1 to 2, right? Then 2 to 3, no, it is not possible. 2 to 3, it is 0. Yes. Now 1 to 4 is there. But 4 to 3, yes, I can. 1 to 4 is 1 by 3. Okay, 1 to 4. Then 4 to 3 is possible, right? I can move from 1 to 4, then 4 to 3, right? Now it is possible. From 1 to 3 also you are able to reach. But by seeing this, all these values, it will be very difficult, no? So what we are going to do is you draw the diagram. You draw the graph, okay? So that it will be very easy. From the diagram, you can find out with the direction, you can directed graph you can draw so that you can find out very easily. I'll show you how. It is 1, 2, then 3, then 4, right? 4 elements are, 4 states are there here. So 1 to 1 it is 1 by 3. First you mark all these things 1 by 3. 1 to 2, yes, there is an arrow, there is a probability. So 1 by 3, this is 1 by 3. From 1 to 3, 0, so no lines. 1 to 4, yes. 1 to 4 it is 1 by 3, right? Now 2 to 1 there is nothing, 0. But 2 to 2 it is 1 by 2. Then 2 to 3, 0. 2 to 4, 1 by 2. Right? 3 to 1, 1 by 4. 3 to 1, 1 by 4. Now 3 to 2, 0. 3 to 2, there is no line. 3 to 3, yes, it is there, 1 by 2. That means what? 3 to 3 means remaining in the same state. Okay. Even for at the time n-1 and n-1 states, remaining in the same state. Next state also it is remaining in the same state. It is not moving to the other state. That is the meaning. 1 by 2. From 3 to 4. 3 to 4, yes. 1 by 4. Then 4 to 1, 0. 4 to 2, 0. 4 to 3, yes, it is there. 4 to 3, it is there. 4 to 3, it is 1 by 3. And 4 to 4, it is 2 by 3. You can, this is a self loop. You can put any direction. Okay. So now you check. From 1, are you able to reach 2? Yes. There is an arrow directly. 1 to 3. 1 to 3 directly it is not there. But 1 to 2, 2 to 4, then 4. Or 1 to 4, 4 to 3. Yes, it is possible. And 1 to 4, it is possible. Right. Now from 2 to 1, is it possible? Directly it is not possible. 2 to 4 you can go. Then 4 to 3. Then 3 to 1. Yes. You are able to reach 1 from 2. That is 2 to 4. Then 4 to 3. Then 3 to 1. It is possible. Right. Similarly, 2 to 3. 2 to 3 directly it is not there. But 2 to 4 you can go. 4 to 3 you can go. Yes. Then 2 to 4 it is there. Now consider 3. 3 to 1 is directly it is there. 3 to 2. 3 to 2 you can go to 4. Then 1. No. 3 to 2. You can go to 3 to 1. Then 1 to 2. Yes. There is a direction here. 3 to 1. Then 1 to 2. Yes. 3 to 4 is also available. Now 4 to 1 directly it is not there. 4 to 3, then 3 to 1. Yes, 1 is reachable from 4. Then 4 to 2. 4 to 2 again, 4 to 3 direct reach is not there. But 4 to 3, 3 to 1, then 1 to 2. Yes, 2 is reachable from 4. Then 4 to 3, yes, it is of course there. Right? So all are reachable from the other states. Therefore, it is ergodic. This is the way to check. If you draw the diagram, you can find out whether the arrows are there or not. You can find out easily, right? So it is possible. Here it is possible. To go from every present state to all other states. Wherever you are, you will be able to reach all other states. Any state, from any state you can reach all the other states. Therefore, it is ergodic Markov chain. Therefore, it is the transition matrix, the given matrix, given transition matrix is ergodic Markov chain. It is ergodic or ergodic Markov chain. Understood? I hope you understood. We'll see some more problems. Which of the following matrices are stochastic? So for stochastic, what are the conditions? The row sum should be equal to 1. It should be a square matrix, and row sum should be equal to 1. And you are not supposed to have negative values. Only non-zero positive values are allowed. Okay. So I'll give you some examples. 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. Is it a stochastic matrix? No, it is not stochastic. Why? Because it is not a square matrix. Because it is not a square matrix. Stochastic matrix should be square matrix first of all. Okay. Second one. 1, 0, 0, 1. Is it stochastic matrix? Yes. It is a square matrix. Row sum should be 1. So 1 plus 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1. Therefore, it is a and no negative elements. Therefore, it is a stochastic matrix. It is a stochastic matrix. And C 0, 1, 1 by 3, 1 by 4. Is it stochastic? It is not stochastic because row sum here 1, 0 plus 1 it is 1, but 1 plus 3 plus 1 by 4 not equal to 1. Therefore, not stochastic matrix. It is not stochastic. Okay. Next D 1 by 2, 1 by 2. 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Is it stochastic matrix? Is it a square matrix? Yes. Is there any negative elements? No. So 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. Row sum, you check the row sum. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, 1. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, 1. So both are satisfied. All the conditions are satisfied. Therefore, it is stochastic. It is a stochastic matrix, right? Then E. 1, 0, minus 1, 0. Is it a stochastic matrix? Can you find out? You pause the video and find out and then check the values. Is it stochastic matrix? No, it is not stochastic. Why? No, why? Minus 1 is there. You are supposed to have only positive elements. Non-negative elements should be there. So minus 1 is there. Therefore, no, it is not a stochastic matrix. Next. 0, 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 4. Is it stochastic matrix? No. because row sum not equal to 1. Therefore, it is not stochastic matrix. It is not a stochastic matrix. Next one, which of the following stochastic matrices are regular? Regular means what? You should be able to find out at least, suppose if P is the matrix, given matrix, you should be able to find out at least one M such that in P par M you should have only positive values. Positive non-zero values. Non-zero positive values. Should be positive and non-zero values should be there. Zero should not be there. Okay. So at least for some power, if you can find out like that, then it is a regular matrix. Okay. So how to find out? First problem. 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 4. Then 0, 1, 0, 1 by 2, 0, 1 by 2. They have given that it is a stochastic matrix. Therefore, it should be a square matrix and it is a row sum should be equal to 1 and no negative. Now we have 3 zeros in this. Okay. So let us take this as matrix P. This is our matrix P. Now, can you say what you have to do is P squared, P cube, etc. Before that, we have one condition. If you have in the principal diagonal, if you have 1, it is not regular. That is another condition. Okay. So directly you can write it is not regular. P is not regular since 1 is there in the, since 1 is present in the principal diagonal. Okay. 1 is present in the principal diagonal. Therefore, it is not regular. Second matrix, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 0. 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 0. 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 2. Now, this is our P. So, what you have to do? You have to find out P squared. And I have in M1, in my channel, in M1, first introduction class, I have taught them how to use the calculator for matrix multiplication. If you go through that, it will be very easy. Using the calculator, you can find out P squared, P cube and so on. Okay. So here P squared will be 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 0, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 0. And third row will be 3 by 8, 3 by 8, 1 by 4. Okay, similarly P cube will be, you can use the calculator directly. So P cube will be 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 0, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 0, 7 by 16 and 7 by 16, 1 by 8. Okay, it goes on like this. Now you can observe, you can find out P power 4 if you want. Okay, it is very easy. Once you, if you put your calculator in, if you store the matrix in your calculator, finding power 3, 4, 5, everything you can find out very easily. Okay, so here you can observe these zeros are not at all being changed. So throughout, even if you find out P power 4, P power 5, everything, the first two rows are remaining the same. So 0 cannot be removed. Okay, therefore B is not, you cannot find out M such that P power M will contain non-zero positive elements. It is not possible. Therefore P is not regular. Here you can write B13, P13 and P23 or zeros. Okay, continuously. So in all the powers they are zeros only. Therefore it is not possible. Now third one, P is equal to 0, 0, 1, 1 by 2, 0, 1 by 2, 0, 1, 0. So p squared will be equal to 0, 1, 0. Then 0, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Then 1 by 2, 0, 1 by 2. So there is a sign of changing that zeros, right? Zeros are getting changed. So if you proceed like this, you will be getting p power 5 is equal to, but you have to write the values, p cube, p power 4, all those things you have to write, okay? Even p power 4, you will get only 1 0. In p power 5, you will get these values. So 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 1 by 4, then 1 by 8, 1 by 2, 3 by 8, then 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 2. So we have arrived at a non-zero matrix. Therefore, all the entries are not non-zero values and positive. Therefore, P is regular. So to find the powers using the calculator, you can see that first class of M1, introduction to matrices using calculator I have mentioned there. So you just go through that. It will be very easy to use your calculator. You need not waste time. Okay. So now we will see some more problems in the next class. Even gambler problem, all those things we can see in the next class. The problems are very easy. We will I'll upload some more problems in the next classes. Go through that. It is very easy, small topic, so don't leave this unit. Okay. Thank you so much for listening.